Spinning.
Don't touch. Touch me. Don't touch me. I did not give you permission to touch.
I was wondering if you could help me.
I'll certainly do my best. What's the subject?
Well, I don't quite know how to put it. How would you make the dead die again?
The dead die again.
How would you make them die twice?
The dead have died.
But how would you make them die again?
The dead are dead.
Sometimes.
Oh, so you want some books on the supernatural?
Yeah, kind of like a guide or do-it-yourself manual.
I got it, the Reader's Digest has compiled one.
Very funny.
Oh, you're a little too young to have lost your sense of humor.
Maybe.
So you want something about exorcism?
Yeah.
Have you asked a priest or rabbi?
Not of the independent.
Okay, the books on vampires and the occult are downstairs on 100.
The place to start is any.
I don't know who you are, but just leave me alone.
Why is your mind so restless?
You have no right. Get out of my head. Stop a minute. Look at me.
I am of the forest you have grown to love, of sky and water. I want to talk with you.
Okay. You know that's a pretty silly way to dress.
I could say the same for you. I guess it's all in context.
Why do I see you?
I'm letting you.
I didn't call you here.
I know. I called you.
What's your name?
Orphe, you cheated the fates. Who told you that?
Professor of Classics.
Don't make me mad. Do not make me mad. What's he think? There's only one side to the story? Sure, LaChase sweeps a tail, but there has to be a certain level of dignity.
Well, what's your side of the story?
The fates cheated me, and I knew this would happen.
What?
Talking with mortals always confuses me. I remember that feeling of being lost, of knowing I'm on my way, but forgetting where.
Hey, hold on.
Zephyr.
How do you know my name?
Relax a bit. Sit down.
Can they see you?
No. Let him pass.
What's that on his head?
There's nothing on his head.
Who's he talking to?
He's talking to his jacket.
He's talking to his jacket?
Don't stare. It's rude. He's not right.
Excuse me, what do you mean I'm not right?
We have a lot in common, you and I. Your eyes were open to see the fall, changing, unraveling. I saw you in the forest. I almost said hello.
Not just in the forest. That dream, that notion. Listen, I'm not comfortable with this.
I know how hard it is for you to trust someone from the other side, especially considering your last experience. But we just don't know how she got in. The spirit needs some kind of a receptacle to pour herself into. An object.
Maybe she just cheated the fates like you did.
I enchanted the fates with music. Clotho still sings one of my songs when he spins mischief.
Did you go to Hades?
The taste of loss and love lingers like a melody.
song that you didn't expect to sing. But the Fates, they made an exception. And they let you in.
And now I keep the key. We hold each other's keys. I don't understand.
You let me in to see my mother. And I'll tell you how Abigail Wentworth is able to manifest.
You know her name?
And I know how she gets in. You let me into the underworld to see my mother. And I'll tell you how Abigail Wentworth is able to manifest.
I can't do that.
Then find out how.
You don't know what you're asking.
I am
Zephyr.
asking you to trust me, Orphe.
I see. Yeah. I see.
What does a rib cage look like? A cradle? A Viking ship? Did pools of water flood the sockets of her eyes when the ice melted and her body thawed last spring? Or was her skin crisp, like the pages of a phone book? I would have let her bones stand tall like the tree the woodpecker nests in, her fingers like twigs, and the wind would play through her, that hollow sound we discover in the back of our throats when we are afraid. They left me nothing to hang on to. They burned her yellow bones. The urn she fills is the same size I was when she carried me as a child.
Find it okay?
Not on the shelf.
Those books don't circulate.
This is the fourth place we've been, and none of the books have been on the shelves.
You went to the Amherst College Library?
Missing.
You checked the Jones Library?
Missing.
That's odd. Hold on a moment. Let me make a phone call. Tom? Barb here. Listen, Tom, I have some high school students working on a project. They're digging up a genealogy on an Abigail Wentworth, buried, they think, in Pelham. You have those records? Owes me a favor. Can you get to Deerfield? You have them? The originals? Thursday would be fine. Thanks, Tom. 3:30. I suggest you be on time and don't ask too many questions.
What's so funny, Ma?
Honey, that's the millstone.
Yeah. So?
Oh, I guess you're too young to remember. Zach, your great Aunt Mary was picked up by the police.
By the police?
Well, no one ever pressed charges, but she was pulled in for attempted breaking and entering.
Here?
Tried to get in this building, climbing up on that millstone right there by the door. I guess she slipped and tumbled backwards. Little girl across the street saw her fall and called the police.
I specifically told you the side door.
We were told
The side door.
Which side?
Let's go this way. This can't be it.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, there's the tree.
Ma,
Oh.
we're looking for a door.
Oh, there was this photograph of Mary in the tree, way up there. Oh, in that checkered dress she used to wear. Oh. we were all too polite to laugh at the time. Well, at least I was.
Why was she in the tree?
Poor Mary. Broad daylight. Middle of the afternoon. See there? They've trimmed off all those lower limbs.
The tree is hardly near the building.
Well, she was climbing out on those branches near the roof. Maybe she thought she could fly.
This for real?
What is it?
A whipping post.
For horses.
For children.
We're forgetting a lesson.
For whipping the young into shape. Surely you know that expression. The tours start after Memorial Day in 5 minutes. So follow me. Don't ring the bell.
Chases,
What on earth?
I've got news, Chases.
Orphe, I'm in bed.
7 points for intelligence. I spoke to the boy. For weeks he refused to see me. He got all numb and all. But it seems
And the
that
news is?
not even a thank you, Orphe. Speaking of which,
The news?
Zephyr is a smart kid, Chases.
You wake me up to tell me that Zephyr is a smart kid?
He wants to make a deal.
The vanity of these people.
It seems his traits were woven by someone closer to us than we imagine.
What does he want?
He knows his name. He knows it's Abigail. And I can tell you, she didn't tell him. You sure you don't want to offer me something?
Strike a deal? Orphe, you've lost my interest. I've got work to do.
He knows how Abigail's getting through.
And?
He wants to go into the underworld to find his mother. When he comes back, he'll tell me.
And you trust him?
Shouldn't I?
Orphe, their greed seems to have rubbed off on you, but not their smarts.
We should play the draw.
We can't.
Then we're lost.
Can you go bring the woman to him?
I have no idea where she is now. I can only go as far as the river.
He wants to see his mother.
Yes.
Which one?
You should know, first of all, that Abigail died in 1838, and she lived in West Brookfield.
Excuse me, but her tomb is in Pelham.
She lived in West Brookfield.
We found her tomb in Pelham.
The dead don't migrate, but I have the family chronicles right here, and the Whitney family were quite prosperous.
Wait, her name was Wentworth.
Her name is Abigail Wentworth.
This more specifically said Whitney. I've gathered Whitney materials.
Well, we can learn about her if you'd like, but we need information for Abigail Wentworth.
Inefficiencies like a plague in this country. The name, what is the name?
Abigail Wentworth. And the children discovered evidence of her home and her gravesite in Pelham.
You're dead certain about that.
Yes.
Well, this is going to take a moment, but you can look around while I dig out the proper material. But please come with me. Why does that name ring a bell? Look is a verb referring to the eyes, not the hands. I said you could look around. Please. Let's see. Wentworth. W-E...
Wentworth.
All this mumbling they teach them in school these days.
Why aren't you in the upper meadow?
I was gonna gather some wood. I was gonna die. I mean, she was
Where
gonna die some wood.
did I tell you to go?
The upper meadow, sir.
Does this look like the upper meadow?
No, sir.
You were to haul those stones to the outer wall.
Yes, sir.
But you are here. Insolent ass. Whose word do you mind? The field needs ready and you're picking herbs for your ma? Pick it up.
My brother had asthma. The least little thing would trigger it off. Dust, pollen. Of course, he's cured now.
What cured him?
Vietnam.
Vietnam.
He died. No more acne, no more asthma. You'll want to take him in the other room. There's a lot less dust in there.
Did I teach you to take care of the tools?
Taught me well, sir. Oil them and put them away, you said. Oil them and put them away.
Then how did this happen?
I guess I overlooked this one, sir.
I guess I overlooked my goddamn hand. You idiot child! You little monster of your mother! Abigail, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
She had a son named Zechariah.
He died just a couple weeks before her.
That's it.
What is?
Crazy Mary was in here after stuff on her. She was in here one afternoon. We're required to do community outreach. I gave her a folio. She got all red in the face and started tearing at the pages. It almost broke into a brawl. She was swearing at me and cursed and wanted to know why I kept such a pack of lies. What is your interest in this, Abigail?
It's a school project.
You'll be signing the release papers?
Release papers.
assuming responsibility for the handling of all this material.
If it'll make you treat us with more courtesy.
I'm extending you the courtesy of this favor.
A library is an institution which guarantees information to all those concerned. Is there a code of ethics or something?
Your signature, please.
I was with a client yesterday in Spencer. Having dinner with his family, I noticed something.
Honey, eat something.
At the dinner, his family talked. They listened to each other. It had the feel of family, the smell of family. There was a boy around about your age.
Was he like me?
No, not at all.
Did he have 2 arms?
He had a sound mind.
Can I tell you a story? Sometimes the birds come to visit us at work in the field. One landed on Kurt's back, and we all stopped. And it just stayed there like it was whispering something in his ear. And Lady Linda said it was his dead ma come to tell gossip about his family in Norway.
There shouldn't be any birds in the fields.
Birds everywhere, Master Asa.
I didn't believe her at first, you know. She thought I was simple, but then this afternoon, same bird come again. There it was again on his back.
Zachariah, don't babble so. No wonder they think you're a simple mind.
You said you wanted us to talk. Like family.
I was just doing what you said, Master Asa.
Keep it flat and don't open it from the corners.
Woman hanged.
A storm of rage seized the court as Abigail Wentworth offered her defense.
This Sunday, I want a dinner. A proper dinner. I want a family meal.
Should I go to Spencer to take some lessons?
Each of us goes deaf to avoid collisions. What was that, Abigail? I didn't quite hear you.
Each of us goes mute to avoid collisions.
I want you to prepare something special. You can have a man slaughter one of the calves if need be. I want a family dinner, and we will begin with grace. Speaking of which, I can't remember the last time we said grace. We have a lot to be thankful for.
Like the trees, and the colors, and twilight, and even the tiniest things are full of hope. Like the way a clod breaks in your hands when it's warmed by the spring, and the colors of insects, or
What on earth have you given birth to?
A child of your blood.
Sit up, Zachariah.
He can't! He has welts on his back.
I want another child.
Bless us, O Lord, for these thy gifts, which we are about to receive from thy heavenly bounty, through Christ our Lord.
Found to have served and eaten her child.
Oh, God. I think we found out enough. Let's just get on home now.
That's not how it goes.
No.
Come over here.
I did not give you permission to touch me.
I don't need permission.
Stop it. Isa! Stop it.
Come over here.
Oh.
Stay right there, son. Keep your eyes open. And I'll show you what it means to be a man.
Oh.
Come over here.
Zachariah, I'm so sorry. Difficult night.
Funny that the sun is still shining. Night is opened up now. Will I always have to carry the night now? I mean, the welts subside. like a tide, and the pain withdraws. But now there's a stain. And my eyes won't go away because I keep seeing him.
We are not the ones to
I
be
keep seeing
ashamed,
him.
Zachariah.
I keep seeing him. I want to kick him. I should have grabbed him and
he
hit
would
him
have crippled
again
us
and
both
again.
for life.
I want the cold, dark space where nothing's seen. I want the cold, white space where nothing's known. I want the eye which is blind.
Zachariah, look at me. Look at me. I know a place where the sun always shines to meet a sky so blue.
He'll kill us.
Where treetops graze beneath the milk of clouds, all bright with morning dew.
Take me there, Mom.
It's the only place that he's afraid of.
I'll go first. I'll set a table for you in a field where no one toils. Take me there, Mom. She loved me. She was not an animal.
Zephyr, you're not making any sense.
Yes, I am.
Come on, Zephyr.
I'm making sense.
Zephyr, come on.
Yeah, I am making sense.
Be quiet.
She loved me.
Zephyr, what are you
She
doing?
was not an animal. I'm making sense. I'm looking about. Making sense. She loved me. She loved me.